This is the Tempera Technique page. First off, you're going to need brushes, and you'll want to use any of the long-handled brushes. Tempera brushes are different from watercolor because they have a stronger brush head as opposed to the smaller watercolor, softer brushes that we've been using. So any of the long-handled brushes will do. Create a sheet, something like this, for your page, and you'll need an ice cube tray of tempera paint, cardboard, and brushes, and then something like this paper that I have underneath what I'm painting to protect the table. For the value scale, you're just going to begin with black and mix in white in small increments to create a dark to light value scale. Value scales are super helpful in painting so that you can show shade and reflection. Next, you're going to do the same thing but with a color. So here I'm using black with red to create my shade. A shade is really any color with black mixed in. I'm beginning to add a little bit more red here. Still a shade. I work towards a tone once I start adding gray to the red. And then I'll start going towards a tint. A tint is when you add white to the color. We'll end almost at white, just like our value scale up top. This is called a loaded brush, so I'm double dipping. I try not to do this too much, and when I do, I take just a little bit, but it gives you a kind of really cool look where you see the white and the red at the same time. I'm going to fill in some of these other boxes, and in this technique, you have to wait until the tempera paint is dry. Once it's dry, then you're just going to go over it with a colored pencil, which is a great way to add detail and to finish off a painting, to do some quick outlines or details that you can't do with a fine brush. The last technique is called underpainting. It's when you have a underpainting of another color beneath the top color. So it gives your work a lot of depth. Sometimes painters will do the first layer all in one color and different values, and then go back and paint over it. It's really cool especially if you can let some of that color shine through. All right, I hope you enjoyed playing around with techniques. Next, we'll work on our monochrome painting.